说中文。
Chinese pot, Chinese pot, Chinese pot. That's the way to learn Chinese. Chinese pot, Chinese pot, Chinese pot. That's the way to learn Chinese.
大家好, you're listening to an elementary lesson on Chinese Pod. I'm Jenny.
And I'm Jason.
Jason, it's that time of the year again, Christmas.
It is one of my favorite times of the year.
And you're also going to spend some money on gifts, right?
Yeah, of course, a little bit less than other people, I think, considering most of my relatives are so far away, but...
You're lucky.
I
Anyway,
say that.
today's lesson is about two people going out shopping for Christmas gifts.
Yeah, and they're talking about what to buy. They don't know what to buy, so they're talking about giving gifts, buying gifts for people, right?
Yes, and you will be hearing a very important verb to use with giving gifts.
That's right. It's a really useful verb, comes up all the time, and it means to give something as a gift.
对,
And what is that, Jenny?
送,
So S-O-N-G, fourth tone.
exactly, 送. And we will hear two different ways to use this word. Okay, let's listen to the dialogue 3 times. 对话第1遍
圣诞节送什么给老爸呢？
他喜欢手表，送他手表吧。
好主意，
这个手表不错，
是名牌，肯定很贵
不贵，这些都是假的。
啊！
第2遍
圣诞节送什么给老爸呢？
他喜欢手表，送他手表吧。
好主意，
这个手表不错，
是名牌，肯定很贵
不贵，这些都是假的。
啊！
第3遍
圣诞节送什么给老爸呢？
他喜欢手表，送他手表吧。
好主意，
这个手表不错，
是名牌，肯定很贵
不贵，这些都是假的。
啊！
All right, we're back, and now we're going to go through the dialogue, translating it line by line.
圣诞节送什么给老爸呢？
What should I get Dad for Christmas?
圣诞节送什么给老爸呢？
What should I get Dad for Christmas?
圣诞节送什么给老爸呢？
All right, also there's a word in there that I want to ask you about, Jenny.
什么？
Lao ba.
老爸。
Oh, old dad, right?
Yes. Well, essentially it means dad. 爸爸.
Yeah, and this lao isn't necessarily old. It's just it's a term of endearment, right?
Yes. So 老爸 is a more casual and playful term than 爸爸,老爸.
Okay.
他喜欢手表，送他手表吧。
He likes watches. Get him a watch.
他喜欢手表，送他手表吧。
He likes watches. Get him a watch.
他喜欢手表，送他手表吧。好主意。
Yeah, good idea.
好主意。
Yeah, good idea.
好主意。这个手表不错。
This watch is pretty nice.
这个手表不错。
This watch is pretty nice.
这个手表不错，是名牌，肯定很贵。
It's name brand. It's definitely really expensive.
是名牌，肯定很贵。
It's name brand. It's definitely really expensive.
是名牌，肯定很贵。不贵，这些都是假的。
It's not expensive. These are all fake.
不贵，这些都是假的。
No, it's not. These are all fake.
不贵，这些都是假的。啊
Huh?
啊
Huh?
啊 Would you give someone a fake as a Christmas gift?
Absolutely not. No, I don't think so. It's not as genuine, it's not as sincere, I think, to give somebody something fake. But
That's true.
unless it's a
Well,
really good fake, and then nobody ever knows, right?
and China doesn't lack really good fakes.
That's right.
Anyway, let's go back to the dialogue and look at it in more details.
So in the first line here, this guy is asking his sister probably, right? Maybe his older or younger sister, we don't know, what he should get their dad for Christmas.
对，圣诞节送什么给老爸呢？ 圣诞节送什么给老爸呢？
So that first word there is Christmas. And how do you say that, Jenny?
圣诞节，圣诞节。
So fourth tone, second tone.
对，
And then he says,
送什么给老爸呢？送什么给老爸呢？
so that word we previewed to give as a gift is in that chunk there. And what is that again, Jenny?
送，送，第四声。
So he literally says, give as a gift what to dad.
送什么给老爸呢？
So this is one of the ways we talked about you would hear two ways of hearing this word, right? Song, to give as a gift.
对 so the first way to use this 送 is 送 something 给 somebody.
Yeah, so to give to them, right?
对
So you know the person who's receiving the gift comes after ge or to give.
yes. For example, 送钱给妈妈。
So give your mother money as a gift,
对
right?
or 送书给你，送书给你。
So to give you a book
对，
as a gift.
是的。
Good. And then at the end of the sentence, we have this nice little n, right?
This is a particle. Now, in this kind of questions, open-ended questions, we don't need a particle because there's a question word in the sentence. However, this na just adds a level of
Questioning, right? Kind of
对
like,
it's
what about this? Or what should I? Or, right?
yeah, it emphasizes you're really thinking hard about it. You're confused, you're perplexed.
Yeah, this guy has no idea what he's doing, apparently. He doesn't know his father at all. It's terrible.
圣诞节送什么给老爸呢？
So, what should I get our dad for Christmas? All right, and we find out that the girl seems to know more about the father than the son, right?
Yes.
And she says,
他喜欢手表，送他手表吧。他喜欢手表，送他手表吧。
so the word we hear in there twice is the word for watch, wristwatch, right?
对，手表，手表。
Good. So a wristwatch is a 手表, and that's 2 third tones.
Yes.
And the girl says to give him a 手表. So she says,
送他手表吧，送他手表吧。
all right. So this is different from the first way we use song in that there is no ge,
对
right?
This second way is 送 somebody something.
Okay. So the pattern is different.
Exactly. The first pattern was 送 something 给 somebody. And this pattern is 送 somebody something.
Right. And so for the examples that you just used, how would you change them into this pattern?
Now let's start with the give mom some cash as a gift. 送妈妈钱，送妈妈钱。
And so the next one was to give you a book, right?
对，送你书，送你书。
And all right. Apparently he agrees and thinks, wow, that's a great idea. And he says,
好主意，好主意。
so this is a set phrase, just like English, where you say, good idea.
对，好主意。那主意 second and neutral tone means an idea.
Right. So this is a good idea or a,
好主意
and you can just say that like good idea, like you can in English as well.
exactly.
All right. Then next, it looks like maybe she's found a good watch for him to buy, right? And
yes.
she says that this watch isn't so bad.
这个手表不错，这个手表不错。
So this watch is what?
这个手表。So the measure word for 手表 is 个。
And it's a really useful measure word. You can use it for watches and tons of other things.
It's the most general measure word.
Yeah. And then what she says about that watch is that it's not bad, right? Or pretty nice.
不错，这个手表不错，
All right. And he responds with, well, it's name brand.
是名牌，是名牌。
So literally, it is famous brand.
对，名牌 literally means a famous brand. Of course, it implies it's a luxury brand. It's a brand name that's expensive.
Yeah, and it's like expensive, famous, well-known, that kind of thing, right?
对，名牌 2 second tones.
And he says it's definitely very expensive.
肯定很贵，肯定很贵，
So the word for definitely there is,
肯定，肯定。
which is third tone, fourth tone, right?
Yes.
And then it's 很贵, so very expensive.
Yep, 肯定很贵.
And she responds, it's not expensive.
不贵，不贵.
Or just, no, it's not, right? These are all fake.
这些都是假的，这些都是假的。
All right, so there's that very useful word for fake. What is that, Jenny?
假的，假的。
But the sentence structure is these, which is
这些，
so 这些 these 都是假的, right? So these all are fake.
yes， 这些都是假的，都是假的。
So what she's saying is that they're all fake, but what if she just wanted to point to one and say this watch is fake?
这个手表是假的，这个手表是假的。
So what you can remember is something is fake is something 是假的, right?
对
Good. And at the very end here we have this what? Huh?
which I find a bit hard to believe. Because you would know when you're in a fake
Yeah.
knockoff
pretty-
paradise, right?
It's pretty obvious. I mean, some people maybe pull off fakes well, but there's still, the place you find them is still amongst other fake things, right?
对啊。
Usually.
Okay, let's listen to the dialogue 3 more times.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Chinese Pod Trivia. Our first question is, how long will it take you to become an intermediate Chinese speaker using the Chinese Pod app? Is it A, the rest of your life? B, you should already be an intermediate speaker? C, 3 months? Or D, Chinese Pod has an app?
You should already be in.
Ooh, that is incorrect. The correct answer is C, 3 months. That's right. Head over to ChinesePod.com now to register for your access to over 4,000 lessons. Get the Chinese Pod app now on Google Play or the App Store.
对话第一遍，
圣诞节送什么给老爸呢？
他喜欢手表，送他手表吧。
好主意，
这个手表不错，
是名牌，肯定很贵
不贵，这些都是假的。
啊！
第二遍，
圣诞节送什么给老爸呢？
他喜欢手表，送他手表吧。
好主意，
这个手表不错，
是名牌，肯定很贵
不贵，这些都是假的。
啊！
第三遍，
圣诞节送什么给老爸呢？
他喜欢手表，送他手表吧。
好主意，
这个手表不错，
是名牌，肯定很贵
不贵，这些都是假的。
啊！
All right, and we're back. So if you guys remember, we talked about at the very beginning, and then we went through the dialogue and looked at these 2 different ways to talk about the word to give as a gift.
对 2 different ways to use 送. Now the first one is 送 something 给 somebody. For example, 送巧克力给 Jason.
Oh, thank you, Jenny. So Jenny is going to give me chocolates as a gift.
对 and if you want to use an alternative pattern, you can say 送 Jason 巧克力.
And so that's just directly give that person something, right?
Yes, exactly.
So I'm going to hold you to that, Jenny.
可以. And Jason, speaking of giving Christmas gifts, 你圣诞节送什么给你爸爸?
That's an excellent question. And I was just saying this guy didn't know his dad at all. Maybe cooking stuff. My dad likes to cook.
你爸爸喜欢做饭 cooking.
That's right. My dad likes to cook. So I guess I do know him a little bit. But the most general, stereotypical thing to give somebody, I think, is a tie to their father.
对
Everybody gives a tie to their dad.
Exactly.
But that's a boring gift, right?
是的
All right, Jenny, well, what about you? On Christmas, what do you give your dad?
我送什么给我爸爸?
对
不送 Nothing at all.
Nothing at all?
对啊
Why is that?
Well, because in China, most people don't give Christmas gifts. Well, I should say that it's changing with the younger generations, but definitely with the older generations or between kids and parents, we don't really give Christmas gifts.
Yeah, I think the concept of Christmas definitely exists. Like the downtown will be more decorated for the holidays and that kind of thing. But the idea of staying at home and giving each other gifts and stuff isn't really something people do.
Christmas is a largely commercial holiday here in China.
Which you could argue it is in the West as well. But
Sure. Okay, and if you haven't done your Christmas shopping, you need to hurry. And we wish you a very happy Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
圣诞节快乐！
圣诞节快乐！
再见。
再见。
As usual, ChinesePod provides an extensive selection of learning materials for this lesson on its website, www.chinesepod.com. You can access this lesson directly with the lesson number
1571.
So just go to www.chinesepod.com/1571
1571.
and you will find a transcript, vocabulary, and much more. The link again, www.chinesepod.com/1571.
1571.